ya brother Mohammed Diaye obekobi that's bamboni na oye di no obekobi pe come that
me da se abu kokomlemle asamabo hey GBC in Sports Ministry why na e can okre why asem na be father asem here wase mama 3 million wase minya 3 million bia minya $105,000 sika no so dollars nso no mu kotu hello morning Charlie we need na be free mama
Hello.
Mama yete onka bodi na de free
Hello.
mete onka pa o tie me wo phone no so we need Malina yete o
Ni Malina.
yete onka pa koso yete o
Nyungwa na atuomu. Omuni begwa sisa.
Yo me da say. Me say ofra tie me free phone no so. Asem we da bia me ba radio so ameka. A simple instruction. What tie mo TV no so a wo be dragging komo no. TV ne be delay phone no e be ba say de wo say asiba. A telephone ye di so komo. Me go he TV ntie radio. En twen say betime ni anase me ntime ne. E komo no ye di ne asem hia pa. Si oh my God na sika na enyunu ko botobo ni mu. Yanko the next caller. Hello morning we need na baby of free.
Ibade e fe me atuga so me kasa Africa so a.
Eja ye tie o.
Yo. E fi ayi Ekufuado eni ba omia no. Ayi difference be no wo muntem. Mo se won say yen san fa mo mble bio. Me onye problem no me wie yesi de ko gu obi dem na omo titendi. Anu na on pesa mo ye. Me see I want tria nipa mi mama ta mi talk about mama ta mi wa cash mi hospital mi it's engine na it only 25 million this year engine sayo engine a year 300 million 300,000 can this year kai you san fa mo na be tinya mamu e san sell my video
and then the question so you see the end akojo pon kroma beka say mamu NDC for munsusu nkasa mfa ahokyere ho asem ade afoforo bio na mo magana wo munim say ahokyere ho asem na ye ka no eno ni asem no eno ni Ghana fo hi asem no sa ahokyere free yeso a ye benya school dan sa ahokyere free yeso a ye benya akwan sa ahokyere free yeso a empuntuo beba ye ho kyere ye so amafo bia men eno ni asem no hello morning.
Good morning.
Body Yamina do me ho yapa. We na baby free.
Ifama kwa chepe onka se jaso banko.
Ya jaye tie.
Oh, they the mama mo ma edin. Sports minister ngwa kotu adewe na GBC so kotu adewe. NDC time o. Amaka send this boy from bo. We dey I kono ya polish na shame shoe abon coat me tie. And about boy and girl. About boy and cat and boy. So hypocrite. So hypocrite. And am I say no next what are the end? Ya tum. Adiachi okoto ya tum that so. And the media mo. Enka you just breaking the breaking 100.
Me da say so afre. Afre na kasa oboso. Kasa na mfiri so. Ensem bu a wote oboso abehyew so. Na the pressure abrew. Kasa na ho ntaw. 0208984166. Asem Roger Emmanuel the sportsman one ne do mo na breaki here. One breaki here say hey breaking the hey. Hello morning.
Good morning.
Body na be free.
Elios Begbese.
Elios Begbese yentie wai.
Master. Enyo momo.
Nwa papa.
Eti Ghana akufo to catch say it is castle. Fine, eti Ghana manu. Start is kaka ho manu. E Ghana ka mu fun basa say. GBC kawe. Also sports minister kawe. Fish. Then ebefa. Catch you say some kofo no mo e konfo. It's Ghana for some disabled people to have the Bahama because Ghana have people go. And then about the say, where did you come? Where did you? And then about the say, it's wonderful.
But I say, what do you see, Gary? We are back at just a mobra. What do you see, Gary? And we are not back at just a Utikono, Bugan and Ibabu Tikono, Sekube, a Kubension Kwanegum, a dreaming Yansa Bianim. We are not back at just a one pebre. Well, we are not catch us fix a ho, and you fix the country, fix a ho. San or catch no. Was Abre Imo. Mamma, me friend for a cat for enough Roger. Said the West I card on me, I show say, or but baby, no Canada. Hello, morning, we didn't baby, I'm free.
Kwame, that George me.
That George Beton catch up, yet your way.
Kwame, we wonderful one.
Wonderful.
Because we want to meet the Yama Banocho, one of the catchings in the bad victim. Oh, me do we baba, oh, me bad victim. One hand at the buy. I feel one side down, one of the catchings, oh, me bad victim. You won't, and she said, when we are wonderful, and he says, let's go with a decision. We decision, you go from Passia, you to the fact I was a young king, you brought me.
Messi, that yes. Me that's pa. Ma ya kwatin kwatia. GBC technicians ni crew no. Ya see you mo ka 100 cities on. 100 Ghana. 100 Ghana.
Say papa no chechire mu say location. I say if I say bia century bia wo cover program mo. Na em friend bia sole bi no. Say sole mu wi ho no bo cheche no. Enti wa wo ho bi no. E na obenya bi. Enti location bia wo duty we din wo people so say o ko. Na se wonni ho de a 100 cities no unsan kebi na mo wo ho de a obenya 100 cities nti
we GBC director general and e kasa no
na se mo kan
okay
eno ono ani unique FM kasa
ono
achechirem eno si san microphone na bi o mo complain say unse after event ni nyina no na nsen kra after minister kan asem ni wie no pressure ko papa no so enam so eno no akasa be kasa asem no na nye pressure kitwa eno no wo chechirem say ni nkrofo ni bi say yamani $3 million. And now omu workers no mukoye ejuma no ebi mo anye bia na and o si wa anye bi no ebia at the time ani ye chesika no location 100 Ghana no ebia odin wo papers ba ebia wanko
but munya $3 million and now 105,000 to say the all canon
unim onu no de o si ka 1 month na tournament ni ba and say event ni ba bedu no e na ministry ni o mobile e be sign agreement enti no hwe time na iswa enti na o se o mu pe nkrofo a adwumako e betimi abo o mu e na se adwumako no se o mu enye ha ne wo na e wa ba no ne yekuta contract ni na yekuta sports ministry o mu su e di statement say den aba abonten a o mu e clarify e kire say omo ye de omo tue ska edi ma papa
it natural say natural say GBC for dine e say equipment a wo mo de be live broadcast no omo ni sa enfidie ni binti e dey to omo outsource so ye to a different company one ni Ghana
3 companies
3 companies no na GBC kan wa ye tu omo 3 million yana
yes
what me bo to bo what you to so manya 3 million
ono ahora papa no so amoaye no
director general no because what is what come baby say 105
ami alasa no wamwa maybe tie ni statement or the buy na me read you know the buy nyina no question mienu na me bisa me ho na me bisa me ho ni say okay wetimi aka say ye nya say adenti na wentimi anka say o ebia say na buy na yen GBC edia ewo mu ni but minim ebia na unse sometimes no by terms of contract ebia na agreement omunsu ni companies na outsource na omu buy no ebia na agreement na omu ni omu won ebia na emra ne ma ne ho kwan se ebia obede obetimi ababonten obetimi ababonten ababeka omu figure na ewo mu no bi ye sure se ebia anu nti na wanye de wentimi akasenti papa ne oka asem na wentimi ammo figure na e buy omo mfa so na e buy no ye sika na obodin no ho na etwetwe
which is 105,000
yeah $5,000
US dollars
$105,000
but interpretation amount for be edema wo enkomo no ene said yesi coin say enye sa 3 million ni nyina na onya ya it could be say sika nkaye no akodi companies mi ense ya oka omo ho asemi but you see the reality nene say anka GBC say yes ade na te say the sports ministry ni kana anka sa ade na sia ka wo say GBC eya we say the ya yebuso mo ensem afa sika eba wo mo nsem wabra wo mo cover all African games na o metima dan na di say ye nya $105,000 US dollars basikan kaye bi de yenim say e bi akodi omo but the fact that GBC is unable to tell
yes
as to whether say sika say bi akodi omo ana say sika bi san kodi omo no eno na be here say
na ma na be kase papa na mo no already no so utie ni nsem na okan na okan yo echiechire mu say sika na omunya Professor Amia Lasana can say sika na omunya en ebro 105,000 sika na omunya en no so $105,000 no ebroso
so what audio no
ye wo bibia
okay what
enra ebo be 11:48 ena menya statement from sports ministry ena omu nso kire kwan omu fa so mu tue sika ne nyina omu di kan tue first one ena omu sin tue second one ena omu tue third one enti wo hwe sports ministry omu statement no omu di aba ne dia na ti se sika na sports ministry can so mutua ama GBC no na say sa na tie but media e coming kwada be ka say public account committee say we public interest
that's right
it's omo frɛ papa no so ti say Professor Amin Alasa no omo frɛ no so omo frɛ na me ye sure say obetimi ade obetimi ama ye breaking down no na ye hu say na sitie now I was say Professor Amin Alasa no was answer be biom na enya clarification ni ye because ministry there sisi omudi aba
okay my main king kind statement where ministry na dey no and where GBC for where GBC and answer ministry okay ministry na say at the certain okay my main rap baby here na so highlight what my was say the Ministry of Youth and Sports through the local organizing committee received proposals from various stakeholders for the production and broadcasting rights for the 13th African Games. Some organizations submitted proposals in excess of $6 million, which the ministry deemed excessive. Also, the ministry, in the quest to build local capacity and leave a legacy after the 13th African Games, engaged the GBC to become the official broadcaster for the Games. The other reason for the ministry's decision was that GBC's financial quotation for production and transmission was the lowest, with the understanding that GBC will use the services of the third parties to assist them implement their obligations. The total agreed amount was $3.6 million. Subsequently, an agreement was reached between the two institutions, the ministry and GBC. Agreement in one dance the omo family. Said yes ya twe no ni anana nensa esekrata na say omo family o say GBC nana no mo price wo form. O sports na
yeah, we sure say agreement no nyina omo de betu so nyina 6 pages.
6 pages.
Yes, and scanner $3.6 million. GBC, yeah, or no sign ye. Professor Ami Alasa no, sign ye. And now, our legal team, on also sign on behalf of GBC. And now, of course, sports ministry, so Mustafa Isif, on also the sign ye. And now, Kate, technical director, the sports ministry, on also a witness on behalf of sports ministry. And see, we hear. Sports minister and that's no kan yen
yeah
that's say agreement 6 pages are yen sakutani there bibia wo mu pepe
careful tobo analyzing here nyanto boss here when yes would black and white in a meba relax sa 3.6 million ya try na black and white
yes
say no na mo benya but sika say na GBC nyai
eno ni na
mebo say GBC abeka na wonya ye na third party ya welcome who asemi say woni GBC ne kwa pam e na munya asante ase na wotua third parties na e wo say GBC hunu sika kura wo de ma omo but is there any letter e che sika kura wo de akoma third parties ya na rather
payment say their receipt ni de elu de omo anfa ntudwa so that's it. No, also another year controversy kakra because utie papa no nsem no kan ni nyina na o si our evidence our evidence
our evidence
Professor Ami Alansa so evidence
okay
so evidence actually say
$105,000 onya dollars
$105,000 and no dey onya but as to say onu na wo say contract na omo sign ye no e wo mu say omo GBC na ebeji sika $3.6 million ni nyina na omo adisperse sika no e dey ama other companies on be because eye GBC ene contract no enti obi a omo outsource ya omo ni omo eye adwuma ni nyina no GBC na erose oji se sika ni nyina otua enti se siketue bi koso se amparapa se bi asa companies no omo di GBC adwuma ni nyina no ensa ka omo sika na ti se sports ministry transfer sika no recommend GBC na GBC tua man crofo no enti ade na papa no entimi ambabonti ambe qualify ni o meyie awo no so be yes press conference na say no so
no but statement about $105,000 onya ye
won na man
$1 million onya ye
na ma ade na ye kese no na entina make say ye mfre no because now sports ministry about bonti omo last letter statement omo da omo kire say
omo agreement
yes
3.6 million no omo de ma GBC no GBC they said ye wo agreement ni say outsource companies no onu na betu omuka right
na betua
so GBC enya sika bi ebro $105,000 a obetima yi mu bi e dia kotua outsource companies
na sports ministry statement omo dia bad say ona mpese omo kire so yes na who say Professor Ami Alasa no so kasa no ono asa kan say sika na omo nya na eye more than so to say more than $105,000 no and companies no money omo ye adwuma ni nyina no omo aseche obi omo atu obi aka so to say enti now no me de me expect say papa na wase e frɛ no because
enyo no kwa
say frɛ na for now me dida kuta me nyina no wono any sports ministry no ene kwese na wo sports ministry ni kwa enye ministry ni kwa NYA eka ho bi na National Sports Authority omo
nyaka involved
sports minister na sports ministry na ejina mudi ma omo etisi ye pani ye dia na utua yen Ghana niyo awo no wo ye ejuma tisi ade na bibifo adwembone wo ye tirim sa adwembone mo no 100 Ghana cedis na nkrofo no mu fi bonte by say Togo Ivory Coast o mo $1,000
Allah anyway technical ebia technical equipment no mo de buy no I mean it would ebia Ghana ni no want to be grabby you never know
Kwame
approach for more arresting authority ya wo mrashe bedwafo a wo mo hye ejina look mamo me ngurade we ho tse de roja kan no mo frefre parties no na yem pa asem ne kumasi bi
me concern ba ko nso de say me concern ba ko pa ni say who say sports ne de bia no see bandits kase bibia o na baby I loud baby but sometimes unim yen sports central for na ade ba kwa adwen ni say ebi onum say we say abe o koka kire mpefo bi o te obi say na mo sports ska we na mo ye dididi go to other ministries ye was central for omu tro health news so it say sanitation any other ministries education omu sika se na ya na ekoho road budget se na ya na ekoho
ubie komonim da ko ya di sankomo
so it say
babi nyina ya
sometimes no de bia obo se na sports dia ba ne ye ka odi kire omu se we
dia na wo sports ministry ho adabia afidie bi yi obi
ne wo sports ministry
ne wo sports no ya ba no ne aba
ne wo sports ministry no ne wo sports ministry no abi wo even more than other ministries
no don't see I get it ebi wo baby but there na wo sports ministry ho enkomo aba na yedie
yes
there na wo ho
na me say senior sports central for no so you buy in central for na ekofa aba so ti ase
public accounts committee enkomo na dia bedu baby ya be
say we say African games asem na start here
enye ne anyway agunta Roger did nyina ebramo why me ba mesa beto aso wa bra ye boy toto sasa emra de ko Roger ju first story
we see asete we
to aso for the next story to aso
okay another pray ya trust in 700 say ya bibia mu dia ma ono nti eno Ghana sports is some crow, but I say some of the chain crew, Nagasa, a chain the panel woman, that's I say, the proper or TV, but you not fair there. Ajibabia, or see, yes, serious as all mine. So I say, Okwa that countries in Morocco, nominate their sports now, and as I say, Omega, over the air community, Yabaya, Diana, Yen Shanafe, Yen Twaso, now in some customer channel society at the Roger Yamano, Femi the Sports, Monarchy Botilla, and I feel could for some teaching and pay, yes, in Konya, Yedin Seminole, at the April, come upon now, Uhian Sama, now to say no air cost, and I would kind, attitude, who's and some United and Enra. Oye Sports Ministry, almost statement, almost the Eba Bontiana Seno, Etratro, for Buhara and Ekoso say, Yadia Sports Ministry, almost GBC as agreement, say African Games, and no 13th edition at Ekoso, to say a Fiamu and a Ekoso, that face Casamana Quabi, say Sports Minister, Egokuchia say $3.6 million is car, Omutria for coverage, to say, almost the cover African Games, and no because now somebody on what can't say Professor Amin Alasa, what no a Director General, Arima GBC, and Chesonos Eba Bonti, some P, Eddie Babatuja, and any Canadian coach, Ninsema Odi Kankana Sports Ministry, almost statement of the Empire, na Senesity and found some Tuja, Yenti, Opening Sema, and Wadi Etuja.
Well, I think yesterday I was one of those who were shocked to learn that the Minister of Youth and Sports said that they have paid GBC in excess of $3 million. And I want to assure every Ghanaian and the public that GBC's total benefit from the African Games was $105,000 equivalent. Nothing more was paid as a benefit to GBC. And that payment of $105,000 was as support.
And seminal eba between tete enra numre and Sports Ministry edit statement eba bonte echirem say omudie contract omni GBC SI no contract no omo for Philip assess ka $3.6 million ni nyina no na chese omo etimi etie sika no ema bibia de bibia etimi konkante say GBC sensem no sebe betu ja say enye sika $3.6 million na chese omo etuaye no omo echire say omudie sika no omutua ni nyina pepepe na say na etie na ohwe omo statements nsema omo di eba de omo chire say $3.6 million eno sika omo tuaye eri ema GBC for na omo chire say ne edikan sika no omo di kan etia $2.5 million eno sika omo di kan tuaye eri koma GBC direct omo chire say sika no omo tia ne direct eri koma GBC eno achi na omo sanso etia $1 million esanso eri ma GBC na fe ni etwa so $1.5 million eno sika eno 13th March 2024 na tise omo etia sika no eri koma GBC na fe second tranche eno so course 22nd May 2024 and I know so etimi cosity na tise omo echire bi se omo de $3.6 million no omo ETS kan nyina edi ema GBC fonte no yensema Public Account Committee and some ebetuja say Sports Minister din sem kotuja say sika $3.6 million and sika spend the African Games course coverage no na say no statement Sports Ministry almost edi abanti ye hwe say empedefo be frɛ Professor Ami Alasa no no say Agremo Public Account Committee na wono sene sem ahodo odi atuja na openi no esanse ne sem bi tuja Professor Ami Alasa adi sem bi tuja say dia openi a wono ye MP e Pram Ningo Ura Sam George, Honorable Sam George, edit to just say, and Crofua, Omuye Juma, Emma GBC, no workers, Nibi, Abimu, Canibia Kimo, Omusan, Kaomusikaye, and also Professor Ami Alasa, Ekasaye, and Watcher Chirumusu, Omu Biaka. San Crofoni, you know, Muniomu, Juma Ninano, Omu Etia Ubiaka, Sikano, Ubia, 100 Ghana cities, na as allowance be, and Omudimo, Tiscano. Accountant no edi momo location nti ye chase kan na woni ho dia ene enu nti na bia o kasa no yenti eno so ne kind friend no.
Well, we are setting the record straight. There are two questions that have risen. First of all, the idea that GBC has received money in excess of $3 million. We have stated clearly we have received to our direct benefit as a corporation $105,000. Number two, that they claim that some technicians payment are still outstanding after they worked at the All African Games. And we have made it very clear that all technicians that GBC engaged have been duly paid. The policy was very simple. An accounts officer and an internal auditor visited every location every day to pay each GBC staff who was on location an allowance of 100 Ghana cedis. And I should make it very clear that there is no any provision in the conditions of service of GBC staff that when you work within Greater Accra region, you are entitled to any payment. But we were told that food was expensive on location, so we made the provision for that support, subsistence support of 100 cedis a day for all staff. But the rule was you are to claim it on location.
Okay, Professor Ami Alassane sem awade tuja wo chechemu no se obia omuni obia kanti je se nyoma mu cover no omati obia ka omuni obia ka na question a ebisa no se ohwe breaking down obia na tisi hwehwemu kire se ohwe adwumaku aye from se PGS womo sika mu sakan no eye 2,056,534 euros eye sika se adwumaku no mu sakan na adwumaku from se SL almost enya $1 million and afi adwumaku ye from say TPR almost enya 57,000 euros and yes almost enya na afi SP almost enya $165,000 and no yes almost na afi GBC 24-hour channel on say sa o can say because of 2 weeks now we dedicate now we cover a year jumedi advert in this KB I was say GBC 24 no I was so munyanya no and at some quantifier akoye $5,000 no na say no so we just in the city there na GBC 24-hour no so $105,000 you know e kakra prem na fi PC no so mo so sika no $20,000 until kikani nyina bomudia na tise hwese na total na esitie dia 3,639,192 cedis until dollars $92 until no hwehwemu kakra ya kyerese no yesika na se omu twetwe na de anti bigiri se bia mpanifo efre Professor Ami Alassane obetimi akọ public account committee de na fi wakọ clarify no yesire be ya bibia so ebetimi akonkanti eno ekakra eno se fi ono ma na no pe ababetuja ayire ho sansem di bante bewurawuram na yahwese na nema asi etie na Ghana sika hodo yedi ewura ye sports ma still nyoma nsaranko yi no yebehwe na yede ho sansam so edi atuja na yemfi sansam no so na yenko ensem from de na yede ani enso ekirem ewoye Black Princesses of Ghana so ye ono bisomo awremu World Cup eno atuja ewo Colombia abonten so na sa World Cup ekosoro we eni mprema akoma kunson so a Ghana yetimi akopiem ye hwe ne se bibia ebetimi akonka na nyame aduma next month na tournament na kasa ehase na no pay report ababatuja ne say Black Princesses homo ebobo friendly game na sa friendly game no homo ni Mexico emayiwa no na edi ehye sa ne nyina eya hobobo a Black Princesses homo eye serebe ya World Cup no ekoso ewo o my friend say Colombia no Ghana nyama ebetimi so akoyi edi amana ohwe Ghana ye group ayo mu dia na tse ni Colombia Cameroon na fi Australia mu nyina ewo group ma Ghana ehwe ne say ye wuremu ewo World Cup no no nyama ebetimi so akonkantiwe eye report no say fionoma na so etimi ababetudwa na GBC mamisa ko maso ye biom onum say eye start time omo na Ghana yen Premier League ye born afie atwem no ana laxes no mo na sponsor mo ekuta media right reporter eba ne say start time for no kire say league no omo no omo ntwe biom tenya dia contract no omo ebeto aso contract no wiye no onom stand biom na no pay reporter yetite and it say state broadcasting and GTV reporter and no air batch say GTV for ajatum say Ghana Premier League ye baba say next month no mo air baba sponsor no mo say 5 years and no mo say Ghana Premier League no no air baba sponsor na sika no di every mo no $2 million and no reporter ye tete say GBC mo any Ghana Football Association pay for anya agree say Ghana Premier League no mo na air baba sponsor na etimi abo se be ya bibia so ebetimi akoyi entiwe a reporter and no say fiona no ababetuja yenko Ghana Football Association onom akache na no pe reporter ebubo ba ne se omo extraordinary congress no nyame ya doma ebetimi abas na extraordinary congress we eye 30th GFA extraordinary congress a eno ebas nyame ya doma ebaso between 26 ekopim 27 August 2024 and up the fortress a bit me abaso our year Ghana Master of Excellence and no a pram ho and up the fortress say a dear Ghana Football Association or extraordinary congress no and also a bit me abasoa yedi a hon sesam and so edi atuda na yeka Ghana Football Association hon sesam no odem say na say some other people a big crash so league cry bono a gambling league a betting league e ma Dr. Nyawunya utam krukra be KB so league a boy sama test die on match some boy omu win agi league ni nyina no ni nyina first match nkwa na omo na house for so be ye bi aha Nyawunya utam kru ne kan wo se kwan bone pa and omo fa so omo agi league no na no and o ka wie pe and awura magdan so be kan say Ghana gambling league pa and ye ball Ghana no no de on fa ne sika fan ko shima no nam so e ma opani a wono eye be bi ni Gold Stars wono management eye committee member eye Fred Tindan ono na oni eye TVS wazet woni yen edin komo no di tuja so sankrofo no mukike kasa sesem ni nyina no omu ni evidence bia no omu evidence a ono mo fam tuja na pese obe sponsor league na nkotena bebi enko kansem a emu ama league nko kan koku league no mfin awa ponti yen tinsema Fred Tindani woni yen edin komo a wodi eman
mpemfu na amaka ni na they are not helping the football. The FA has its structures. The ethics committee is there purposely for some of these things. And it's a evidence. Say team be about chacha. Team be about gambling. What are you supposed to do? As a club owner. Which will Edubiase Abdul Salam. Why can't you report the issue to the FA Ethics Committee to call your players for questioning? There's no club in Ghana. I started league. The FA integrity officer no on year integrity training and farmer team. So who say team? Let me say, you don't go stars. Say you say a player. Yes, such a year. Who question him?
Okay, tell me yes, my friend Tindan, ono aye Brieni Gold Stars management committee member na fi call Fusa national team ono essentially a member and I would say what is as no e dia to just say mo ka se league no atitia pansam league na pro gambling league no mo fa evidence bia mo bia no so mo fa metuja na nyema se nyere entimi enkon kan no yesema opene no ni nsema hodo wono se di tuja e bi e mama nwachi e na wasan so e di nsema akra e dia tuja se won de ogiri se e bia anto ase Ghana ye liga e ba be hyase enchekra no e be hyase no na omo anya headline sponsor obetimi ababe sponsor.
Oh, evidence. I don't say gambling. Me boy. Don't say our game has been taken over by gambling. If you have evidence, so the ethics committee must invite him.
Crab akupe obetimi akase keto kreku ba na fe Ghana League e born afi etwem no improvements apemu ye pa.
But there has been improvement in terms of every aspect of our game, which you yourself you can testify. Testify. Say our league has been improvement. Testify. In terms of administrative aspects, running down to our clubs, can't you? In the time personal, say your ball league right from match day 30. The next action is a court. Ungai. A club debate me. I only hosted to the FA. I'll not allow you to start the league.
Okay, T. Ora Fred Tindan, ono a managing member, Edema Baby Gold Stars, na Fusa national team, and our Chis or Ghana League in improvement fee, a payment to more bontia, Musi League in Aticha Pansam, no, baby or Tini dear, and yes, I don't know who. Ghana Football Association Penefosi and Fantuja, say Women's League Enche, and also bet me Ambassador, Omuchim, say the date about to Janyamia Tuma between 18th to 21st October 2024, and now Omo H. say Ghana Women's League, you know, a bet me Ambassador, Omuchim say Yamia Tuma, 24th to 27th January 2025 and I'm option say league no bibianso ebetimi the second round ebetimi akosana fi bibianso etimi abaso ntiwe kakra and also efi Ghana Football Association omo aso eba na nyame atuma omo option say by 31st January ekopim 3rd February 2025 no na to say Ghana League no bibia de epa na wi an santie no ensema Ghana Football Association mo pen for sudia to jare won sem eba coach Samabodu I send in contract e dem abrokum Chelsea say 2 years and na ori brokum Chelsea eba be di juma abo asere be ya bibia so ebetimi akoka na bank roller e dem abrokum Chelsea eye orua ye fe na Bernard nana ya amofa e din sem akra di to jare yenti ni sem okan.
Coach Bodu ni enya no kwan ke be sign 10 years. He's a very good coach. waji league ni beda and our more experience in this Ghana football. And to become chasing your crank in 10 years.
Okay, Tianu and some opening the Andy Kumi Nanka was so called Bessie Academy has a focus on Bankra Beninamha and as Wako sign Ediama Mediama Sporting Club. No, that's just so. And yes, Bia, BBNT has a focus once and no more see a yes, Kassam and other de Nuti and our snowball has a Wako sign Mediama Sporting Club.
Players I want Mediama. Who say Bia hype in our Muna. They have quality players, and I didn't see it as so much. But yeah, Kotoko is a big club. Kotoko is a big club. Kotoko, I know how pressure and other stuffs involved when you are playing for Kotoko. And yeah, but the anyone say, yeah, you want the Rosso. I am a bad choose Mediama. I chose Mediama. And Yanin Chelsea has a good club, has a good club, but.
Okay, Andy Kumi and Mote Ninkano na Amanonism on Senra and P. down the Professional Footballers Association on awards and a course and awards and be a panel, a brand for a fee folding with Sinakan Edema Manchester City or no and a year player of the year and Richie and a young player of the year and also Echo Edema Brante for the Kopama with Sinakan Edema Chelsea Pobo Kona no Ekakra and also a team Echo Sunti Nesaway Ekakra no say a team Pimia Dumina Evia. Yepa never pim the other ones, but no Yamia Mochina and Yofa Champions League and so draw no and also a bit me about Yamia Tumana Yepa details in Nasi Nafi Ede Honsa Semina so Edia Promo our Jumediano. So this year Nafi Masorisuna Dwaboase Atraso our power 97.9 FM meeting Eddie Roger Imano from the sports Monarchy Botel and Africa Juvusu Onina Etech. No more channels so say to Vita Clinic Omo and a poem Mananopi a good on Seminole Medi a buy. Somebody come Atraso.
That's Roger or the Agudi 17 by what TVXY and the power 97.9. Dwaboase Jumedi ne so and a sports no. Abusia ye be dan ho na ye di tonton sansan abra wo abra bono so apa ho simadun kurumre kopa na de sigade die chama mre no adwane kosa ye ne honorable Kofi Adams be din komo or a member of the Public Accounts Committee obecheche ensema omodi o maso teye ene nsembise bi e wo ho ene anamontuo bi a e ba be koso temu tukumame na wabra yede san komo no ebramo but mumu be the messages about say arrogance and lies are like pregnancy, you can't hide it. In fact, a bad MPP government is like a flat tire, you can't go anywhere until you change it. Victory of the NDC is coming. Senior slide on the message whereby Margaret Nyanka there wo catch them say Kwame na we na pusu we na bo obrimi wo dey twan afekwa na asas here. This is just the beginning. Why? And Professor George in also Kwame, I'm asking Nanado that is this how he intended to protect the public press? Or cause of minor boss or home by no. Not saying no about now. Alex Spencer also message about say Bishop Kwame Minkah Yeshama free a year warrant staff Massachusetts and Rank Senka Ghana penny for share Democratic National Convention here. Kebia no maybe or Mokika yon betty be free experience way. Kwame Kasapa, Kwame Kotie, a year Barack Obama speech no, now who the America. I was here then about Menko Babia, Yaba, Yeboton.
If I show brother, me shot your bag.
Brother, and not so good.
Not tell me about me see about Queen Wayne say.
Bra, said your time about Mister, as your Jimmy fearful, and not the about ever so.
Really, don't this offending now.
Bra, so me cousin me the time about Mr. Huadansia, we are singing now about Timinka. It is some malaria, where drawn it time about Mister.
And you go, dear, no more to want to meet any deal. What drawn the time about Mister? A drink and your map or bar waffle through. The one map for down for any aquada when you fear do you and son of the time about Mr. Drabill. Shasta Wako Hospital and answer lab. I'm what we said. Oh, a 3-day malaria be answer.
I also time me TIME. Time about Misha. I feel malaria fever be than Ziva a woman. Ubenya be at all over the counter medicine sellers. Any herbal shop to do a FDA AG a dreading crotway at all.
Remember who we are singing now. at risk of prostate enlargement. Uyi emema oha 20 ebitimi prostate cancer, 5 bitimi afamu na dia obefamu.
Actually, this is not my fault.
And to wada, entina midi manichi Executive Prostate Center.
Executive Prostate Center is a unique medical center where we harmonize in-depth traditional medicine with cutting-edge science and technology to cure, to treat, and to prevent diseases like prostate enlargement, prostate cancer.
Executive Prostate Center. Madame facilities no any professional medical care.
Sisi a bibia clear system ni. Ye nro ne so de natural. Into we koso afama ye.
Executive Prostate Center. My cured.
Mesi menananu aguru basa abi bro tibedo himlenu na ma premaye hojo.
As for me, I take very good care of my grandkids. Ye di agro na ye sa eduru mre bi kra na me ba no timi de omo be gumi so weekend no.
Hey, mumle
memre. Eno nti na me ka kire o say ya no medi garlic capsules. Poso nyina ebesisi so kama. As I stand here, my doctor said my whole system has improved very well.
Medi garlic
capsules. Yes, Medi garlic capsules.
Oh, sa na te pa dia.
Medimosis garlic capsules. Wa mamoja di nipaduane mu afurusani ye na esiesie oba ne barima mahona hoden. Ubenya edroyi bi ato omanyi mu pharmacy stores frɛ wo 050-349-4885. Edroyi enya mamofra enye ndi mfie dumienu. Apemfo ene emma emanofo. Medimosis. Who ni how FDA ajidwe di nkra to yi ato.
Ha! Haka wodi asem luko faso. Baba. Me again. Let's go yale. Me kwa dwuma mo hia me nti. Mentimi absent my friend doctor kwa wonam kwaso wo ba. Share the phone. See what we swear ni. She has malaria. Malaria. Oh, what they say what the router. Me kope bia brand sisi. Eduro ne friend router next. Ye come malaria eduro. And running router. So Gap trap and the draw crew abaso body ase. Wabo router mixture abaso. Router natural products no ne router mixture. Ya e dikutia a treat. Router tonic and the router life wa. E wuru e finish na the body e fi nipadua mu. Na support immune system no. Router de obi ase ye. FDA age dwede nkra to ya tu. Samaba na sawochi konkoya na jasa samaba na sawochi konkoya na jasa samaba.
Oh my no, sebe yo. Oh my no, sebe yo. Yes na hose. Oh my for brand natural. Oh my no, sebe yo. Oh my no, sebe yo. Yes na hose. Oh my for brand natural.
I am more of fire and many added. Bobiati. Ubano and Yeni Yaka. No baby, yes, no waka. Now this government the anyakula.
Sewuti konkoya.
Nature say, oh fire.
Ye fire no pay abusia. Ye told those Zanzan Brenier. We Dwaboase wa power 97.9 afenso TV XY. Baby ye druno. Eye ebra aso. So my Ghana piece by piece, block by block. Ye beki kanome CNE. no my Ghana na ya say no yasa ye no foforo sabro my Ghana emu achiche ya twetwe mu nketenkete ama my Ghana ya to apete eti afei na ato say e wo se yehwe every piece of Ghana na ye kekesi ani na Ghana no yesanya no se de sitie e de na ekoso wo Ghana ama me kasa e na ho kira aba odwe ho a wonti ase omo enam omo so a ahokire ya banso omo nam ena kronodie no ena omo di twa empoa agrameboa
kwam
kronodie no omo di twa empoa
kwam udwene ho a ade
wo wi a obeka kire se ye mabunu ni yetiri kono ti se kube kube nsuo nkwa na gum yentimi nyene kronodie no omo di twa empoa ye ba ho balansa na no he ye be kwa akoto aba en ye kwa akoto aba bia na Peace Council ba bonten ena me de krata ba mom yemfa yensan hyasie na yensai say ye de e betoto ye no maye na asumdwa dan ne wadi eno kwa no munim ye ba se obi aka asem asem na wo ka no etoto o man Ghana asumdwa ase no omo ma bonten embe hyese emra ne sankofo ni ndi yenim kura no yenkwa achi nansenya brand champion your kind no Peace Council for ye
so wangate
Osman abante yo MPP mu a na se ogina simpie so a waka say we will not sacrifice power in the name of peace no sa abante no kasa na nse ya no Peace Council for tenenka
asembisa no nen
eti se mo antenenka se mo tenenka yanim na ede na aba matwe krata de akoma ndisi for say we de ade abasene kwa no munja amanenka na enipa nwotwe na omu wiye no ye bubu omu tuo no eno na mo se ye nyama nenka
ayo
sanka wo desia bi ne ye ball tuo
anka
sa kwan we so a ka beka se ye nyama nenka
so ho
beka se let bygones be bygones
so ho niam sisi nanse ya mumbo ho wa ye munka ho asem biara ye ya goto aba ma nipa maku 8 wongu
wo se let bygones be bygones
adentine hwe
eti asiedu nketia ne NDC we de yesre ma da mo fo mo nsambe secretary ase Johnson asiedu nketia wo ye national chairman ma NDC say wo mo nya ne enya sa na kira wo mo ma bygones bi anko bygones because it's been more than a year Owura Johnson asiedu nketia wo radio so ni TV so no obo apro wo shia manfo anu oka Peace Council munkasa o Peace Council munkasa o yesie mu hwe o na wo yi hu adanside de kire wo ba show yi so anu de adanside kire it's been more than a year wo kasa ho nye ne
yet mu mo ho wo ye
wo kasa nyina no ma ye ko
ma ye din
afia ye koto aba no
mu se NDC fa nsa meshe den ase
na let bygones be bygones really
enye yesa
ubusuani na wu sa kwan so a ka be kasa asem
ko be kasa asem no
ye be mo tie Owura Asiedu nketia ba wo bibi kaka
Kwame asema me woka e wo ho no ani say so the new patriotic party now wo mu na mu diade wo mu nkrofo minister a cabinet minister and if one national youth organizer wo mu nyina gina Osman ko gina simpie so chem say wo mu fa wo mu nsan ko hye sa ntiase apam su say asundwenti wo beja otumi no mu no Peace Council for wo mu ante eno no wo mu na tumi ni kura wo mu na wo say mu hold wo opposition no ye do ye taxes man no no holding responsible to mess and dem peace park
opposition moma etwe adwen
esinia ma
esi no ma ba e wo se ye sorry pen poma sibre na ye si ano kwan daachi bi no ono mom na wo de wani esi ni so MPP twe omo tintim krata bi na wo twa wie ye twa bu na krata no kan ya Wotimi so mo dan na di se NDC mom na ye tuturafo amanyokuo
can you imagine
NDC na shankofo ntade mom ko ayaso west wogon
asembisa no ne
NDC na shankofo asrafo ntade mom ko Tachiman South
so wo
na no ye ne busuani ba ko kasa amrante de ba ko hwe ne nkwa ne papa ye ne di nkomo saade na si ye na wanya attemptine besi nne no e di oya obi abehye ne mu
you
there cannot be peace when there is no justice so it is anything not in the wisdom of Yakendi for no woman de to your motto no so say freedom and justice se fa wodi beba e was attempting here day eba
so Kwame ebia no so say yekoto aba ayawo so by election ayawo so west wogon mini we reka se Kwame yenua yaro so ntimi nantewo na nyina mu no Peace Council for mu wo maimu entimu hu ya na
and then the question no it is an Peace Council cause let bygones be bygones ayentie Honorable Johnson as Edwin Ketia. Ninsem be okay. What go for ya. You so muntade. You. What about Kakra Mientie Ora Johnson as Edwin Ketia? Cause I near.
We will not be part of any such engagement unless we bring all the stakeholders together so that the judiciary will be represented, the criminal prosecution system will be represented, the political heads of the country should be represented, because crime is prosecuted on the authority of the state. So if we don't do all those things, and we even suggested that let us bring Kofi Annan Training Institute. They also have some accumulated experience as far as peacekeeping and peace maintenance concerned. And so let us bring all this together, and then we will find out who is not playing their role, which is leading to.
Ora Johnson, I said, you natural chairman. Yeah. Emma NDC Amanu Kono. Bygones be bygones, no. And yet you are few. Debbie. Because a free brand now, Boko, Etu Madrian Sisono, Ubiankasa. That does not mean, say, will be dear any mamma or yene. Debbie. Nia or Bayani and Nano or ye, you know. Sadiano, Wabra Wardin Hono, MP Hunamenimpo. Na baso yeah eno no mo paatre tititia wa bra wo dwene wo susu ho me be fa asrafo so bi training nkofo wo asutware sa mema we ne be fo mo so e dia popo yani e dia kira amafo no wa bra wo susu ho dwene ho no wo de koso aye na wo yese e be pie wo honam anim a e na beto ohufo no ne bema wo beto ni barema opam hufo a e na to ne bema you sanete enti se ye wo bibi ya tie me na mo anko jima no ensi bone mo de enso mo ye se ye wo bibi ye se oman a ye dwen amanfo ho na ye do ya sumdue epese ye bo ya sumdue ho ban ya te say the Johnson as you get jakan no call all the stakeholders good na no man na asisi no gina amane ba hodo ne recommendations ahodo a commissions ne committee ahodo no motete ye ne kan ye no munyina omonsem no so na muntu anamono mo ka se muntuo no sa pepe sa di jinjan na one national security no munguno sa kuotantan no e one national security no munguno sa na said ye did asrafo ye sa no ma no munjai yeah national security de anim say e intelligence gathering ye go hwiansam na ye de asam no ama bambokuo abomatu wanamo sa national security ye de konya standing army and as a standing force ye de na sadia we be wura ye body politic mo so and I said don't get here and the rest have been talking about this for years, yet no peace council for nyatumunti wada what be jira say let bygones be bygones Debbie o say ensida no yanko sikadie no ho nsam enche bia ye ne Honorable Kofi Adams be din kobo na wa be boa ye amiate ne ekoso our public accounts committee na say because somebody yet it is a GBC Director General na be die na this sika abeka omonsa wo eye 13th All African Games coverage no eye $105,000 sa pepe ministry no so say apama wona GBC koye no be so fa apam krata no ato screen no so eye mama me mfre me kana wo magic no good apam krata na wo mo na GBC koye wo nyina de omonsa e sase no sika wo twaye say ye de bedi say adwuma no $3.6 million good wo apam krata ani mu no na GBC enam say said ye see yes coverage no o ma ho den su nti o mo bako akopa nwumakuo miensa bi okay ama o ma beka ho no ma beboa ama ye twa eye All African Games no ama mansa nyina nya bia ye arete said ye course no okay 3.6 million no according to ministry no eno na omunya ntiase se ye de bedi saade no huntuma okay be ba akuntabuo bre no ministry do kodan na di say $3.3 million eno mo de ma GBC no ena GBC pani ni ba abonten e be ka se nya sa na tie sika omunsa kae no na ye $105,000 ye tie se de osika na asem
benefit total payment to GBCs for GBC's benefit, I repeat, was $105,000. $300,000, and that is what we got.
Now, but does GBC have any evidence to back what you're saying? Because I mean, the minister is the one in charge. He has made a statement.
Of course.
What evidence do we have?
We definitely have enough documentation. These monies are not paid in bags; they are paid through the bank, and they are indicated what the money is for. And before we do that, there's a letter we will receive from the ministry telling us whose payment it should be for. And so we don't act on our own, we act upon instructions. And that we have all the documentations, and we have everything in place to show that these monies, you see, public funds are not easily disbursed like that. GBC needs $3 million to do a lot of things. And if we got the $3 million, we would have gone ahead to start spending on GBC's needs, including procuring an OB van. We didn't get
to the kind was say GBC, $3 million here ministry can. Come here, chance. Omunya, come back to the Akoto OB fans. They live coverage, the account. You might bank money. Mami introduce you, Manuel Usu, a producer, I'm not sure he or a Chebubia or the Babaka and Komoya Yedino, because a palm crat are not dying, they said $3.6 million, and a ministry say, Okukru de my GBC. So one friend said, Mama King Kai, a Hoka Kanafa was at the sitting, the member of parliament for Ningo Pram constituency, Honorable Samuel Nate George, asked a public interest question regarding the payment to Ghana Broadcasting Corporation for their production and broadcasting services rendered at the 13th African Games, to which the Honorable Minister responded that GBC was paid in excess of $3 million. Now say Sikabi a brosano and company be pesa sikano area the same adwuma
na say me ministry
statement. Yes. It will back point by point no more issues they clarify issues at the kind. Was it the Ministry of Youth and Sports through local organizing committee receive proposals from various stakeholders for the production and broadcasting rights for the 13th African Games. Same organizations submitted proposals in excess of $6 million, which the ministry deemed excessive. Because
$6 million bidiaba.
Yeah.
And I was say, oh, a dose what of 3.6 million.
Yes.
Say, oh, that be
$6 million. That 3.6 million.
Prince, Nyansa bien say, sir. All African Games external company be say right now me be baby me chiamamo.
Okay.
Me was $6 million me de bra ban no monje me chiamamo. And I was say that be oh we $6 million adoso into the fa me ministry no 3.5 million.
No, almost 6 million no. Me can be said by and Tiasena Bay Jumaye. Not yet when we was say the Ministry of Youth and Sports through the local organizing committee received proposals from various stakeholders for the production and broadcasting rights for the 13th African Games. Some organizations submitted proposals in excess of $6 million. It is a Ghana. I was a Ghana $6 million. Good. And that's what this Ghana brey.
Let's read the ratio.
Okay. Or say sports content is one of the most expensive in the world. NBC and USA it's paying $7.75 billion to broadcast the Olympics.
Big games.
7 Network and also Australia is paying $29.5 million for the Commonwealth Games. I won't even mention football, but in a country called Ghana, we rather pay for our own content.
Well, it's say the sports he say about the sports I be business. Obi no right say GFA organize Ghana Premier League. No so okotwe sika for say utwa. And then you ton sika.
You ton sika.
You ton in sika.
It is not right to bet about
ton.
To say 6 million.
Wow. And minimum quantity of 5 people. Just A4 sheets everywhere. No control sense we good. And now the be at GBC man say the Director General say when 3.5 3.6 biama no.
That's right.
And then say was so man $105,000. And also statement on the back what you to say ya no correct 1 million be a utwa ya ne other 1 million be na utwa no utwa the my third party tell me say GBC no na sign the deal we do be say oh baby twama 3.6 it na so what the my utwa man I say GBC na this kind of man.
Absolutely. But I don't know one day na di workrata imu say
last
what is okay was say from the total amount of $2.5 million. Okay, okay, I think that maybe we point where with understanding that GBC will use the services of third parties to assist them implement their obligation. The total agreed amount was $3.6 million. Yeah. Subsequently, an agreement was reached between the two institutions, the ministry and GBC. What was what?
You know. Maybe the J and H was another amount of $1 million was paid to a third party upon the instruction of GBC in accordance with the contract.
The GBC instructed that way.
Good.
Because what you did not some anywhere there they say well Oma instruction biasa Sikan and Saka $105,000. The instruction about that baby.
Good. Me there. I find say GBC crumple my instruction.
Me in fact, the amount
you sure not say not assassin or the buy. I am passer or the matter kuchia. Exactly no committee one for the talk say oh me my GBC $105,000. Na me twa 1 million GBC ka say me twa 1 million ma we me say twa $1 million ma we na me twa I don't catch say me tam 3.6 na the my GBC we panimu eni trosa man wo obai we di trosa
I Mustafa you see
yes
we am pinzuo
ai
me person so for no mutie de
wo and me assure say ekroma yeti minister na beka epa ni se be meje na nanu di on fashion na be boju say 1 million no twa na na ne kwasem say on ta free bia and science mbisi ya na ekoye ya mkukuru ayi minority
leader
yes the
LCO
yes and we want them to cap with ya we say ko di tro say the time 3.6 ni nyina man one kan kuro one kind of correct.
Yeah, honorable Kofi Idi Adams, Edin Komomra, Sobejanima, Adisia War, Yebuem, and Persuasion Busia, was also a member of the Public Accounts Committee. Yes, GBC, Director General, Ninsembia Waka, Baby Okanya, Yemi Depa, and he said, Sa 3 million ya minister Ike, and Kianyabi Asanka Obi Vance, Yatobio, said a right ya, amount for to you better Tobi. Now, yes, you're sponsor. Na yet me aye normal e bro adwen ntiase so yes entie ni bio wo so wo bibika yes entie ni bio now so de odi no aso so akura entie.
The benefit total payment to GBC's for GBC's benefit, I repeat, was $105,000, and that is what we got.
Now, but does GBC have any evidence to back what you're saying? Because I mean, the minister is the one in charge. He has made a statement.
Of course.
What evidence do we have?
We definitely have enough documentation. These monies are not paid in bags; they are paid through the bank, and they are indicated what the money is for. And before we do that, there's a letter we will receive from the ministry telling us whose payment it should be for. And so we don't act on our own, we act upon instructions. And that we have all the documentations, and we have everything in place to show that these monies, you see, public funds are not easily disbursed like that. GBC needs $3 million to do a lot of things. And if we got the $3 million, we would have gone ahead to start spending on GBC's needs, including procuring an OB van.
That's it. Director General Akasa. Yagwa Omanoso Honorable Kofi Idi Adams. A member of Parliament Badisha Buem Empesuaso. Zemina what yet including the Adani where the Wabrana or Matanasi Public Accounts Committee. No. Ghana yemfane say anamontuo mu no ede na eba abesie. Ano yamache mo akwaba.
Ya me ni ame jodo mi chia wiki for anopei.
Etiefo ni ahwefo nyina so eda se se waje pini se woni e be kasa. Onabo ensem ya abobo bai efa GBC ho wahwe Ministry of Youth and Sports de omoka and afa so the Director General Eka. Yensa se free ni esi wo manim e Public Accounts Committee. What can you see any dear didn't you who sabri?
Well, very clear, sir. All African games want them near the kind. And for Eka one sem debris, Efa, acquire a Yefaswa, ye Sikano, Yam Fandi Jumapa, M1 or mine. Say, Yanton ye win ye. Abra games in the air coso, any eba yening in Anu, not ye deal. And said down ko ye jumadi no na ye titi say omo hotels ne guest houses ye koda ye na ye tua sika no kura emma kura omo ka say omo be ye demonstrations omo be kaya any omo penifo bi sorry tia won because now omo dey amayon issues e dey rasa concerns na omo reason.
That's right.
A number of persons who are complaining say allowances are due them or more mobile volunteers near Mokikahu. 80 no more demonstration. They are police for any soldier for night. They could go almost ewo legon. And Tina and send the brain uncle sui. And waiting I yet is a GBC for so almost a human or technicians ya or Moko Buayano na or Musika Semu and call ye young Chiamo. And no ye bisa minister no. As a public interest question, abra on the National Sports Authority, the National Youth Authority for or the one by based on some Auditor General named Shifimia Okoye, ya who say the Ankoye those two agencies on which you might any Kuntabu. The one minister said, oh yeah, we share more than $3 million at the Ama GBC. And GBC, Aditi and GBC Subabon, say, $105,000.
Yeah.
And now, Omunsaye then, a kai, a ho, and a seminar, a chassis, a Canadian, a Canadian, and now, ministries also, APA, assign the detailed information of the buyer, on which you are 2.5 million at the amount. GBC and another 1 million omutia 1 million directly to a service provider.
Yeah,
but many are share contractor between GBC and the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Contract no nka wo be bia say ye betia sika bi e dia ma obi foforo.
That's right.
Ya contract maker say scanning na ya de bema GBC na say obi wo ho a betua no bibia na GBC aye den betua sika no amanipa no
okay
enti say inne bano abontin say oh 2.5 na ya de ma GBC any another 1 million ye tua ma obi directly and it say contract na even between GBC any Ministry of Youth and Sports, because there is no agreement whatsoever between Ministry of Youth and Sports and any other agency. Agreement, no contract, no between Ministry of Youth and Sports and GBC. And the anno year ever say, Bibi Ankoye. Sikanu, yetua bibia di ama some ghost companies and now the companies brand yet ghost that it could be linked to somebody or one person or mobile body because till now you said down who the details obian disclosing the details of who was paid all these money for so-called service.
Yeah.
And now the GBC, and I chairman will be. And some more can be say, oh, they didn't have OB. Minya said no crepa now, what is 1% or Mubua or mine Ghana Padia. We had many other institutions then are providing those services. The Omu collaborating with GBC. Why? There were other media facilities that were made. Assuming I say 1% would be private person. We have other TV stations.
In fact, meaning honorable meaning GH1 TV or more ultra HD
more capacity.
Yes.
Or more capacity to have collaborated so that Ebano say and say assuming ya minister no can yan fa no kra say no kra Ebano say na GBC and cover GH1 yenim say or more that capacity and they have demonstrated so young go into some kind of subcontract with GH1.
Yeah.
Can say those details. We will demand for those details. Say near Adam say either the Committee on Communication and Information, GBC, any Ministry of Youth and Sports, and now the Committee of Information and Communication together with the Committee on Youth and Sports, or mobile friend. Now, there are even much more details because information and communication for more oversight over GBC.
That's right.
And Committee on Youth and Sports, more oversight over Ministry of Youth and Sports. So, I would say, much more into detail because all African Games, there was a lot of pressure on the Committee of Youth and Sports and Culture at that time. A press conference. Now, assembly, and this revelation at the Public Accounts Committee, we need to go much more into the expenditure of all African Games in March of 2024.
Yeah.
We need to go into it because Bibi Akocho, somebody is not telling us the truth. Accounting,
NCC. So, but Adiaba I'm finding it curious, and I'm sure so also finding it curious. And I say there's this mystery about third parties, And then the woman who amana yediya yentimi mo edin. Aden yenti omudi omoye hwamo third parties.
Exactly the concern say adie bia who be sana se wunya anu yia no kire say kata hihye ne proye bi ya ye den that is why the account almost say ye kata bibi so.
That's right.
Bibia enye na ye pese ye kata so kata hihye bi ye because if it was genuine, if it was correct, Nkayabubo companies needing immediately. Just the same way Minister no kokaya afedi epeja GBC for Musha to say any sports journalist, any media for say movie question akofa semeni na abano. Sa so na minimsenka omu statement no omu those omu subcontract technical group yes omu bubo tete no musu say na say sikei na o say omu de mai na say no omu de mai then the obi aye then obi esisi omu so be kasa. So I can guess say something is happening behind the scene, but you be much more deeper investigation. Whether those persons paid even tax due or minor in terms of payments now on and whether in staff contracting and the responsibility of the contracting agency or money ministry contract any the subcontracting agency or money GBC for echo into that contract. But the Brennan and then NCC a serious project. Look, these are a group of persons. The CBs echo branded ye branded bath no omu yedi Ubeti scandal here, in dollars, millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Ubeti scandal, in dollars. And Tisikabia, you multiply it by 16. And now, Ubehu, Tika, to me, the Embu Uta. And this is Sky Trade, $2 million.
Yeah.
Company be your friend Muta Angel, foreign company. Onye Jumabia or motorway, if you are $2.57 million at the command say, why you Juma motorway? That's so onye even a meter of road crown onye one young way Juma or motorway. That's you just come out in the name of the motorway expansion project. $2.57 million. Saso na Pualugu multi-purpose dam. Yapakutia almost $12 million, $11.9 million. Eddie among those companies. Ye bisano anu ye omudeba ene say feasibility studies ekahu. Na mo ye feasibility studies no then na mo the cost of constructing the multi-purpose dam. With the contract no kwa feasibility is done before you award the contract. And feasibility was part of the different contract that was awarded from under John Dramani Mohammed's administration because on no also Dr. Kwame Minkah so through some financing and together with BRA Omumasa contract for feasibility studies. Of course, a year in 2018. Now so Omunda dance say 11.9 million or would be a feasibility or would be a say. That's something in an area that. Oh, Ubeti, Yadisika, must say, Yankoya project, in a project in the middle. Yeah, no being passing, that you cannot see our hobby. But, no, trust with your money answer. So clearly, you will see scandals after scandal. Look, Pullman Hotel, see, I almost say, or mine, I was here to and the Nunti, or mine, educate Chiasica, Kessie, Ediama into that project. Who come at their project, you know what is here, airport area, one. A Juma Yanya Wohon, and Rusika, or mine Ghana, Yedia Quaco shares our project. And the idea, Yan percentage is what. Ewomu eye den na yen sika ye dia ma towards that project no eye more than ya yehu ewusem it say sika omo dia akose sa cathedral no $58 million tokro na yehu bibia o ubi so bia so bia ntimi ye den emuhu kunta. So clearly this government is a bomb. Yeah, mami fa we emedwam na wabra ye den komo no eba na wiye. Aba we so sorry a etiti ba omi na edana no e na wono digitalization wa ben woni ewiase mu ba bia ewiase adru ni se de ewiase fa abefo de yo no ma. In modern sports wo ewiase of na nyina no eba sports coverage a right no adwumaku ahodo mo beto ma mfa to bi. For instance, NBC we US omo tua $7.75 billion Olympics here see nanu ya no I don't know what tua ya omutimi edi yi kire 7 network e Australia omo tua $29.5 million for Commonwealth Games. Mami ma eye EPL ne La Liga ne Hong Kong ba. Modern sports senior kono ana nasadwe na ma yengofo yitirima ye fast akwan we so a ene sika ne yatutugu sa na omukoye sa se omuntumi wi sika ne the way oye mu se omu wi aye sika in all such major arrangements akoso. The agenda is to destroy the agenda. Look, many away be some assemble be ma mfa kwenye nka bibi because me usually I want to look into the future, analyzing the past. Look, omoye omwaje say omokoto ambulances na at that moment ya wo omwaje ni ma ni say ye koto ambulance enti e ho e na proye no hia ase ambulances a omwankasa information na omode ma auditor general say ba ko bia ye $80,000 no omo de mai for 54 $53.4 million for all the 307. Which is similar, we say that more than $100,000 per ambulance. The car modi call and so on one cancer anu year modi maudi say ambulance bakubia more than $80,000 because insurance are money so at 10% near $8,000 dollars. And it's $8,000 now. And it say the bulk cost $80,000 and a 10% of insurance $8,000.
Wow.
Almost fast as you can be no mu say ambulance no krano the service no so bibi wo ho and you say yes I hear the ewia oman through servicing ho and almost akoye servicing contract edima will be for 307 ambulances abra at the time omu yes contractual agreement na ambulance ni bi kra asay already and now enye 307 now so omu sheda at the contract Mampenyin at what $34.9 million
yes
to service those ambulances. What's the simukra? The cost of an ambulance even lower than the servicing charge or modi because they had time. Yeah, mistake. I see a battle. Now you koto aba edema Mahmoud Bawumia Bioma and ye catch the MP before said Omobatinia Tom from Makura yen Yakupon Diache Omotinia Tom from Manukura Amai. They will look for every means to steal, to destroy and to dissipate Omaino. Enunti ena akwenya ye is to stop this bleeding. Ekoso ewo meaning. And
some
Ghanaian yenina a national assignment. And yet, for media, Minkah NDC, Minkah Debbie. It is for all of us. Who are we say those who are destroying the Japanese beneficiaries and the rest? You will na yeru na yejuma. Then could you say because you have me 200, you have me 1,000, you have me say last minute. Oh, tongue to freedom. A mistake, and me, I can only continue to recommend Ghana way come 7th December, a opportunity for us. Ye be ye ni owo say ye so that on mine ye nyina no ye be ye mfa ho dia enyia ye na ye when Juma was say ye sanda no can you imagine say under a government it must unemployment are jumping from 8.4% Omuchi free His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Hono Omudi
14.7
and it continue to go up.
Yeah.
That's our opportunity here. Yen sign Jumano and Fama Ghana for no more. Now you acquire for some good companies and everybody outside. So this government don't mean well. As for Baumia or see digitalization, digitalization on for the account. He's just talking, running away from the economy. Also, we see what say economy now prono. I feel the my for capital. So say a better attraction.
Me no me point in say. So one on SSS adwene with the team. Now him abẹ for the year. I didn't want him for fact way.
Mate will point pass. And that is why because he doesn't know anything. He's good. From the minister responsible for communication to Onwaka Often Mr. Digitalization. And then the contribution. Sometimes Mahama Crow or Mupeja, the communication sector, from those very challenging times. The bedroom timer. Obey vice president to president.
Yeah.
You see data center. You did the longest fiber optics. Anybody on friend digitalization.
Now, anyway, honorable Kofi Adams, Yevezia, Bedo Asepa, and Obrani Cheche Maudia, but GBC, Director General, a Quambia Swa, Boba Faso Bono Hoba, Mono Hoba, why? Now you're in the TVC.
Sure.
Meda Asepa, honorable Kofi Adams, now telling Canam, Boom this year, member of parliament, Emma this year, Boom, and Persuas was also a member of the Public Accounts Committee. adeɛ bi si yɛ ne nyinaa fa akontabuo yi ho nsɛm yi ho ɔn sɛ MPP for be launch o manifesto ɔn sɛ obi ani ho nkɔmɔ
na hina no be di ho nkɔmɔ
2016 hwɛ de wa amanfo di o manifesto ho nkɔmɔ in fact wɔn di yɛ di saa nkɔmɔ na me kura na me kan bi yɛ di saa nkɔmɔ na ma ne kodu abato ɛda you understand what I mean ba fi we di anya saa na teɛ and is winning the entire tesaro hwɛ nkɔmɔ bi ɛkɔ so between Benadavle and akodo pon kroma radio we we don't have friendly match. What you say? International match, pa. Because when I was here, say why you be a bragin into so I my Ghana. And what's the way? And I did manifesto about say, oh, baby, before from. Into about to one, not to one, say the sequoia, radio.
A number of tax policies that he wants to implement. There was a midterm budget which didn't include any new budget, so no problems there. This government said that, or this party, when they were in opposition, said that Ghanaians were being overtaxed, and therefore we're going to move from taxation to production. In your first term, you remove what you call 15 nuisance taxes. True. I can count 22 taxes you've introduced in the 8 years that you've come into office. So did you go or did you come? So when he comes and says, I have ideas around tax policy reform, you remove 15 taxes, you bring 22.
What you've left out is the intervening event.
Like what?
So we removed 15, and then we were hit by headwinds that were not planned for. You see, we cannot have the conversation of the economic trajectory and wish away the intervening event.
I can list the 22 and tell you
how many of those were introduced after the challenges.
Emission levy tax, 10% tax on betting and lottery winnings, 3% VAT flat rate, 5% national fiscal stabilization levy, 2% special import levy, luxury vehicle tax, 50% increase in communication service tax, 1% COVID health recovery levy, 3% VAT flat rate, making it 4%, 1% COVID health recovery levy, and 2% national health insurance, making it 3.5%. 5% financial sector cleanup recovery levy, 20% energy sector recovery levy on every liter of petrol, 10% sanitation boiler tax, 18% energy sector
recovery levy. You notice that the majority of the ones you were listing were introduced after we were hit by things we hadn't planned for.
Some are 2017, some are 2018.
I'm saying the majority. I haven't said all.
I already 14. They are 22.
I'm saying the majority of what you have just read.
I see.
I think all these COVID items you have mentioned were things that came after COVID. So Bernard,
was sanitation boiler tax also post-COVID?
Check the dates on which they were put in. I'm saying to you as part of what you mentioned, taking responsibility for some of the things that have not been dealt with. Because if we haven't taken responsibility for cost of living and how it has impacted Ghanaians currently, despite the causes, why?
Koyo adwuma na den adwuma na den and yinti America say adwuma na den ne say we a political party ya to abama wa ba ban mu can you hold brief for yourself and say esembi to kwan mu nti na usika se wasai wana ka jo and no money bia e kire opani yo ene kwan ya obetoto no ma na esan to wa wetimi gina mo na wosa tutu no ma yie e ma hotoba and then the entity yaso Joe Biden ne pechi e wo USA ayo and the entity man for blasted Donald Trump it is all because of COVID buy the way mo manage here and am o 2 year ensunsuaso buy and ye no ye edibu aye na say ni amoye all over the world baby abeko bia se mo se wiase nyina e wiase nyina banya COVID buy ya no wo so wanya breso obegina wabato omu nyina no ye busa na kuntabuo ye busa na hwehwe ya wode to akwa mu wabra this external shocks buy so if you are a government and you are unable to put in place plans that ebetima boa more mine no etima building capacity ebetima resisting external shocker then you are here giving me excuses but I am for to do zanzan and to ya den kai be wura mfonikasi mu pa hwi ye ba
amani ya maya ayo ya ne wom ya peso bia ba adwabo na sibi na asem bia wo bia mu oka na mani ye kunsum yemfa mu mai motrobodo yemfa mu mai mosempa